Throw Gang, we are joined by the call him a Nora because he's working the polls, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself. He must be a Democrat because he's stuffing that box. James Harris, welcome to the weekly Running the Boys, with today's full episode only available on
www.throwingfits.com. A very special episode, our annual award show, James.
That's right. The 2024 Fitties have been calculated and tabulated and mathematicated. But before we get into the best brands, trends, movies, biggest bozos, best timeline takeover, and so much more, as voted on by you, the listener,
the customer.
Let's get into a fit check, Lawrence.
Yeah. I guess everyone could vote. All right, real quick. Ethically laced Timbs on the dogs. It is snowing today.
Interestingly, last year's bozo of the year was Derek Chauvin. Or sorry, the goat of the year was the guy that stabbed Derek Chauvin 22 times, the cop that choked George Floyd.
And what does it have to do with Timbs?
They laced? How you lace them?
Ethically laced.
Hate crime.
Okay. I think it's the opposite of a hate crime, to be honest. It's respectful. You don't have your mic on. Okay. Moving on up, I got on Threadies, hike to the kneecaps to keep me nice and warm.
Nice.
I'm wearing vintage Carhartt double knees. The pleaser is Cortez. The sweater is Connor McKnight. The belt is Emily Dawn Long X Maximum Henry, little collab. The hat is Austria, rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky. Are you okay?
What Diet Pepsi did you get me?
Yo,
Nosferatu, you put a fucking plague on this this bottle of DP.
can you not open the DP?
I want to choke your Timbs.
You have to call me my lord, and then I can release you.
I need to willingly open this DP. This is crazy, bro.
You literally have been struggling for the entire fit check. You got that. Use your fangs. Use your vampire fangs. You got this. This is why you pay for video. I think this is in the free preview. Whoever can watch this. Dude,
there it is.
You got it? Okay, great.
Yo, look at this.
The underwear, Skims. Favorite underwear brand, big sponsor of the show this year, 2025.
Not yet.
I'm wearing the, sorry, spoiler alert, I'm wearing the 3-inch cotton boxer briefs today. Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand.
What's that Orlock ass coat?
Oh, and my Count Orlock ass coat is Studio Nicholson.
I want to pop the collar like a TikTok man.
Is that a trend for next year? Already popped collars?
I don't know. That's
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
3-6 Transylvania.
Yeah, shout out Project.
Are you doing your
Orlock.
all black shit this winter? Is that what we're in for?
I just felt like today it's snowing. Wanted to feel chic, like a chic New Yorker. Oh, the shades were the shades that you were like, why are you wearing shades? Sunlight reflects off of snow.
Yeah, when there's sun, when it's still snowing and it's cloudy, that does not happen.
The shades are thistles. James, what do you wear today?
On the feet are honestly what I think might go down as one of the top 25 collaborations of the first 25 years of the 21st century. Throwing Fits X DMA. Honestly, we started this hybrid shit. Fuck the snow fur. Actually, we love snow furs. I love snow furs.
Also, kind of like, do we want to claim hybrids? Ugh.
But that is kind of what this is.
Are these a hybrid? Just a duck boot?
With a suede upper, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of genius, honestly, if you ask me.
Exactly, bro. Like Dr. Frankenstein. This is our
Monster.
The socks are from the Buffalo Bills.
Yo, dude, you bought your socks in the stadium?
Yeah, I literally did.
Yeah, that's cool.
When I was at a Bills game with a bunch of boys, it was the worst possible weather. It was like 34 degrees and raining.
No sunglasses.
No sunglasses. Got absolutely destroyed by the weather after partying with the Bills Mafia. Once we got the invite, a la Count Orlock via Big Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cat was like, yo, Bills Mafia, my boy's looking to fucking hang out.
Count Cat.
So we went and chilled with Pinto Ron.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys are like, they're like blackout drunk. They're like, all right, bro, enjoy the game. I got to go drive back to Philadelphia. And we're like, what?
Oh, they're tailgating and they're leaving and they're driving drunk back to Philly.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
Or not tight. Very bad.
Bringing the plague with them.
Very bad.
Very bad. The pants are Hollywood Ranch Market. The tee is Blackbird Spy Plane. The fuzzy sweater is Needles. And the hat is Studio Nicholson. The big green puffer is, well, not really puffer, but a big brown, big green down boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cheapy Company.
Cheapy.
Bottega. A little gift from a little braided silver joint. And the underwear is Uniqlo Heat Tech and Hanes Boxers.
Who makes the gift?
Some artisan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was made to order for Jimmy.
No, it was just picked up at the market.
Oh.
Yeah.
Santa was good to you.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
2025 Santa.
you gifted yourself, or is that a gift from
It's
somebody?
a gift from someone.
Okay, nice. What about your trapper? You wore a trapper hat today. Can I say that?
That's some damn, that has a fucking name. If I looked it up on eBay, but my computer's so old, didn't bring the iPad today.
Mhm.
It has some Russian name, but it's Vintage Oakley.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Oh, and then some like button-up snood that I got from a store in Japan called Napoleon Fish Market that no longer exists.
Hollywood Ranch Market versus Napoleon Fish Market.
Sorry, it's just Napoleon Fish. It's just Napoleon Fish. It was like the weirdest gorp shit ever. And this is like the one thing that I could like afford as like a 25-year-old.
I thought you would wear the trapper hat on pod. It's a cool look.
It's too hot.
Okay.
That's why I never wear beanies in the winter.
Yeah. You could go no mode and keep the ears out.
No,
Never will do that.
Yeah.
No, you're not a small beanie guy.
No,
Never have.
I don't have
been.
the face for it. I don't have the head for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's same. I still do it.
Well, everything on you looks like a big beanie since you have a fucking baby head.
That is true. It looks like a fucking honk shoe ass cap, even though it's a small beanie.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed in Wiesberg, Germany. Herr Schlossman.
In my sarcophagus, dude.
Yeah.
All
right. Fit check.
Yeah.
Drink check complete. Oh, sipping on a Diet Pepsi and Lawrence Finest.
Same.
All right. Lawrence, on a scale of 0 to last week's podcast, how hungover are you?
0.
As sober as a fucking judge. That's how you know he's taking it seriously.
I'm
For the
locked in.
Fitties. Let's get into it.
Yeah, here we go.
One of the most fun and this year most
Boring.
quagmiric
Yeah. Kind of a bummer.
category
Yeah.
was best trend of the year. Again, these are all voted on by you. Thank you, everyone that voted in the Fitties. We're only going to go through the top 5. Starting at number 5 with 6.6% of the vote was the quarter zip crisis. This is like a single item trend, right? That I think there's a few of them throughout, but quarter zips coming in at number 5. Number 4, old money aesthetic, new money taste, 7.1%. Then at 8.3%, honestly, a strong showing, in my opinion. Good boy fits.
Yeah, baby.
So like, you know, popping the collar in your top coat, dressing to meet your girlfriend's parents, boredom to the bar, ass shit, mall brands.
How is dressing like Count Orlok a good boy move? He's the villain. He's a monster. I'm a motherfucking monster.
Next up, this is a cultural one. Irish independence.
Yeah.
We're talking splitting the G's, the dominance of Paul Mezcal, Io, her whole bit, Kneecap, Say Nothing, the TV show, Sally Rooney dominating the bookshelves, 20.7%. And then coming to number 1, the best trend of the year, kind of a...
This is your
I don't know
quagmire.
what this is.
This is your quagmire, yeah.
The best trend of the year is the fact that we're living in a post-trend world.
Yep.
There are no more trends.
Nope.
Any trend you see, whether any core, any like du jour stunt John, it's all a media psyop to get clicks and engagement and outrage.
And sales.
And sales.
Mhm.
Not even sales, I think.
I think that
I think it's just outrage driving like the content economy.
some of these media...
What do you mean flower core is a fucking thing?
Some of these media outlets also conveniently have retail
that's
arms. And if you see a fake trend being served up to go viral, that should actually be a hashtag sponsored ad because they're trying to sell you something.
Yeah. Hey, this trend is a thing you need to get on. Oh, by the way, we have it for sale.
Yeah. We have been complaining very vocally about the lack of trends in this category.
Which is fine.
It's
I'm fine with that.
It's our job. And we were proven correct in the thinness of this list and the fact that you all agreed with us that the number 1 trend is that there is no trend. I agree. Even if I voted for quarter zips personally with my heart.
I think it's also like another thing that bears repeating that we've been saying throughout the years. Like, it's not that instead of like jumping from trend to trend, people kind of just like dug their heels in and went deeper on sometimes literally if they were wearing like Cuban heels or camions, went deeper on like what they're actually into.
Footwear.
Yeah. So I saw a good, I don't know if it's like a tweet or TikTok where it's like, yo, you can actually, forget trends. You can actually tell what someone's screen time is based on how they dress.
That's so true.
Yeah. Your screen time seeming pretty high, my friend.
No.
But it's like,
I set the trends. I don't follow, brother. Come on now. I am Count Post Trend.
I set the trend.
I have said publicly, and to be clear, I do love trends. I love trying new things. But again, if something doesn't work because it's too of the moment, you discard it and you move on. But yes, there are some things that you latch onto and you keep and you bring with you in terms of your personal style journey.
Well, it's really just like dressing like the Explore page versus personal style.
This, I think, okay, see, do you agree with me? This is a W for personal style.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a fucking win. W's in the fucking chat. Versus,
I don't think it bears or warrants cynicism where it's like, oh, trends are dead, trends are over. It's like, all right, like it's a bit of a reset.
Yeah. And like you said, there's the other side to this coin, which is that people are digging in deeper to the things that matter to them, that are personal, that they really enjoy. And that is always better than blowing all your scratch on the little John of the day that will not be cool in 24 hours. Or not cool, but won't be presented to you as cool because the media will have moved on to another thing.
How's that quarter zip going for you?
I have a new
expensive one.
No, well, it's great. And I even have a quarter zip. I think we have another shared John that I haven't even busted out yet that I'm excited to wear on pod. It's a thing that, again, this is something I'm keeping with me, at least, in the colder months. Talk to me a full 365 from now, and we'll see if I'm still rocking with my rear.
Do you find that you indulged in any of these trends yourself?
Oh, I mean, quarter zip, twinkle toes, boat shoes.
Old money aesthetic, new money taste.
No, I mean, that to me, so that's a weird one because that's like
Irish independence, splitting jeans is your whole fucking personality.
Yeah, amongst a few other
on
things.
pod and off.
Yeah. This tracks to me. And for everyone who is not keeping score, last year's winner was the Silver Lake Mechanic look.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of like completely fell off, right? Per our results.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where it would really fit here, except for like blue collar stolen valor. I mean, a lot of the other thing about like a lot of trends, and again, I think this is kind of indicative of the times we're in relation to the pandemic, where like we were in like hyper trend drive for a minute there, and then shit has kind of settled down, where it's like people are still dressed like Silver Lake Mechanics, but that's no longer like a new trend. So that's kind of another quagmire parameter of this category is like it has to have kind of popped off or evolved or been new in the last 365.
Yep.
Motherfuckers are still dressing like mechanics.
Yo, and the higher crown hats that held over. This is one that you guys didn't vote into the top 5, but a tale of two hats, whether it was dad hats like we're both wearing right now, or on the other end of the spectrum, it seemed like the only two options were the dad hats or that higher crowned hat that all of those Silver Lake Mechanics were rocking with. So that's the thing that almost proves my point, where even if that trend isn't hot, that's something that people latched onto and brought with them moving forward.
Right.
So there you go. That kind of proves the point. Okay. Moving on from trend to GOAT of the year, which is so funny when you say it out loud. Greatest of all time of the year. In 5th place, Io. We just mentioned her, 6.6%. In 4th place, everyone's favorite little chubster, the Rizzler, 9.3%, almost cracking 10%. Number 3.
If doing the Rizzler face was a trend, that you would have been
on that trend. It was fun. Did you never do it one time ever?
Not when we were like taking photos for like work.
Yeah, none of those photos were ever made selects.
Yeah.
They're just
great,
for me.
Great use of everyone's time.
They're just fun. Yeah,
great use of everyone's time. Thanks, Warren.
For sure. Number 3%, also barely cracking 10%, double digits. Kendrick Lamar, 9.8%. Number 2, Brian Steele, Young Thug's lawyer, a whopping 15.8%.
Model of the year, too.
Yeah, honestly. He looked good in Spider. He was not doing the Riz
Who doesn't look good in Spider?
Yeah.
Well, Brand of the year, Spider.
I mean, when your last name is Steele, I mean, come on. This guy is new to this. He is true to this, not new to this. And your number 1 greatest of all time of the year. This should come as no surprise, especially like James mentioned, last year's winner as the kind of context, the guy who stabbed Derek Chauvin 22 times. This year's GOAT of the year, Luigi Mangione, with nearly 25% of the vote, coming in at 24.6.
Yeah.
Zero shocker. Recency bias aside, this was always going to be the guy.
Shout out all the Fitties voters for voting for the on the right side of social justice and history.
Yeah.
Not only did we big up the guy who nearly killed Derek Chauvin last year, but now it's gotten more lethal.
Yeah.
We are very.
You got to murder to be a GOAT.
We gave the gold medal.
Get the job
to
done.
a murderer.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out Luigi, bro. Free my guy.
This was not even really close. Everyone else, and there's a lot of great names on this list. No one else even snuffed 5%.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney for just being hot, coming in 4th.
No, she had a big year.
Tied for 6th, actually.
She had a big year.
What kind? A big year. A big year.
Oh, her tits.
Yeah, I mean,
Dave Blunt's big year because he's fucking huge.
But he was nearly in last place, which again, like just being on this list.
Last place, Gypsy Rose, which honestly, she deserved better.
Yeah, you think
she
so?
had herself a year. She got out. She got married. She like had a glow up with her mans where she dumped the zero, got with the hero. Then she gave birth at the buzzer in 2024.
That's true.
Surprisingly, Girthmaster did better than Stephen A. Smith and Gypsy Rose, just for having a big cock.
Yeah.
Same with Drake's Meat. Drake's Meat also did better than Dave Blunt's and I Show Speed and Girthmaster, Stephen A. Smith, Gypsy Rose.
Drake's Meat beating Girthmaster. That's not
interesting.
Fair. Yeah. I guess people like they're going for length, not width.
Also, was Girthmaster like an urban myth?
What do you mean?
Like an urban legend?
No, he's a real guy with a huge dick.
It's just wide.
And I mean, it's a beautiful.
Is it even
it's a beautiful?
Is it too wide to even spin? He would actually just take off.
Yeah, I don't know. He would fucking. It would like create a rip in the space time continuum.
Yeah.
It's so fucking girthy.
Io's awesome, but it is kind of funny that she was just like adorable and great, and everyone loved her.
Well, because of like how award season works, where it's the Fitties today, and we're in 2025, and it was the Golden Globes on Sunday. She dominated all of the awards for like the prior year, meaning 2013 in
2013.
2023 in 2024. So that's kind of why she went on here. She swept everything. So shout out Io.
Shout out the Rizzler coming in number 4. I hope you're around next year.
And honestly, and
I would have a child in heart attack.
All right, who's living longer, right? The Rizzler, who's our number 4 goat of the year, or Moo Dang, who tied Sydney Sweeney for 6th. Who's living longer?
Moo Dang so even if the percentage are the same, that means that they like if I place them so that like
Moo Dang got more votes.
Actually beats Sydney Sweeney.
I mean, the Rizzler and Moo Dang are the same person.
That's fucked up, bro.
You're the one who's saying you hope the Rizzler doesn't die.
I hope he doesn't die. Do you hope he dies?
No, I hope he doesn't die, but I get what you're implying.
Moo Dang is Thai.
Yeah.
The Rizzler is
Italian
American.
It's from Jersey. This category, Hunter Biden seemingly a low showing.
Yeah.
Even though pardoned, free. I mean, Dree's retiring. Clearly our audience didn't really care. Shohei kind of, not realizing his potential, but getting a chip kind of low.
And 50-50. Going 50-50. One of the two athletes on the board.
Yep.
Trump shooter.
Not an athlete.
1.6% A for effort.
A pathetic athlete, to be honest.
If you had fucking, a few inches to the right, maybe you would have been go to the year, but sorry, bro.
This is a tough category because like, look at Cat Williams. He set the entire year off on this kind of, a path of maybe we'll call it cursed justice, but because it happened so early, he doesn't really chart that high. Cat got 2.5%, whereas honestly, if
Cat Williams might go to the year every year. Ever since 2006, Pimp Chronicles Volume 1.
Yeah. Okay.
I cited, speaking of the Throwing Fits here, when we were in the Esquire Big Black Book, Little Black Book?
Big Black Book.
Big Black Book. Nice.
When we come through, it's
when
big.
in the Esquire Girthmaster book,
BBC book.
I said that he was my style icon.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Pimp Chronicles Volume 1.
Yeah.
2006, I believe.
Dressed like a fucking dollar bill, dude. Fucking all green.
People forget Cat Williams was Dipset.
Yeah. I heard that there's going to be potentially, I'm sure you heard this too, a Club Shay follow-up, a part 2, where Cat can only fucking expose more of what is seemingly now coming to light as the truth, which is
I think he ID'd a few bozos of the year nominees. All right.
Moving on.
Let's get into
sneaker,
a category that we got to do something about this, Lawrence.
Well, we already did.
No, we didn't.
I thought we really trimmed this down.
There's this might have the most entries besides I think TV show, sneaker of the year,
right?
And
it's a crowded market.
I don't know, man. I would think that for the 2025 Fitties we could maybe do shoe of the year,
really,
or like footwear of the year. How about footwear of the year?
But that's I guess I'm trying to think like. There's some like shoes that we could probably ID from Sofa or Samana Mall or maybe Tim's, things like that.
Boot,
yep. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, especially as like more brands like move out of the sneaker space since like, I mean, even these votes, like you could tell that this is something that are not.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil anything. Let me run through the top 5 real quick.
Sure.
At number 5, this is my sneaker of the year.
Mm-hmm.
With 6.3% of the vote, Metalwood Studio X Adidas Gazelle.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the boys at Metalwood for cracking top 5 sneaker of the year and for putting out what one of the co-hosts of The Only Podcast Matters considers sneaker of the year. Number 4, 7.4% of the vote. And I think this kind of speaks to my point, which is this category is fucking torched. Bodie X Nike Astro Grabber in 4th place.
Wet
Third
fart.
place, Action Bronson New Balance, the 1906R, not the 1906L, which is the loafer. Number 2, a women's sneaker, Miu Miu X New Balance 530 SL with 11.2% of the vote. And for the 3rd year in a row,
bro,
this is becoming the fucking ALD of the early 2020s of sneakers. For the 3rd year in a row, the winner of the Fitties 2024 sneaker of the year is Wales Bonner x Adidas Samba. And I will say this.
They're good.
There's a bunch of iterations of this, right?
Yeah.
We didn't pick one colorway or one release. There were like 3 at least?
But everyone's voting. Everyone's voting for the Croc.
The embossed Croc navy joints are very, very
not the
good.
brown.
I like the navy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I like an off color leather. You know that.
Whether they're thinking of navy or brown, when people close their eyes and because we don't, this is just a Google sheet. We're not trying to like add pictures of all these fucking sneakers. I think when people close their eyes, they're thinking of that Croc joint for sure.
Fine. Who knew that in a category that has probably the most turnover, right? And fewest repeats.
Absolutely.
Like celebrities, most stylish celebrities, Rocky, Jacob Elordi, fucking other handsome guys that are on the press junket.
Yeah, a lot of hot guys.
Sneakers is like, in like movies, TV show, everything's new for the most part. But Wales Bonner, Adidas Samba, for the third three-peat.
That's crazy.
Fucking Jordan 96.
This, though, doesn't, I think, prove that like Sambas are like still hot. I think it proves the power of Grace Wales Bonner's mind, which is that like, give me a style that maybe is a little torched. I'll make a version that everyone fucking wants and that will ultimately get voted by 14.5% of the greater John's enthusiast populace as the sneaker of the year.
Yeah. The only Nike representation was the Bodie joint, which I know you're a big Bodie hater. I feel like this is just salt in your wound.
No.
No?
7.4%. There's just, that doesn't.
4th place? I mean, this shoe sucks. It looks like
it's ass, dude.
A 1930s football player shoe or like a 1920, like a World War I fucking boxer.
It's supposed to be their Samba / Gazelle killer, right? This shoe, which like, again, I have not seen one in person all year.
The Satisfy Hoka came in 6th.
I didn't even think, it's funny because when we were trying to cut down this list that you already think is too long, I was like,
I threw this on there.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, yo, should these even be on here? And you're like, nah. And I saw one last week on our way to record, actually. And it looked good. With that said, that really surprised me, especially since I was the one that was like, should this be on here? You were correct.
Well, it's not that I'm correct. It's that like I saw the reaction that people were having to them and they look good.
Yeah.
Orally New Balance, the 990 V4, which I think there were 2, maybe 3 colorways.
Yeah.
Of
I think 2.
And they had the light blue one drop.
Those were so
late in the year, which maybe that's like gave them a nice little recency bias uptick.
Yeah, definitely not the last time we're going to be talking about orally on this award show for sure.
Absolutely not. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just wonder if like the Loro Piana New Balance 990 V6. Oh, we're really gonna put that on. I got like,
here is my most interesting takeaway. Where is Asics in the top 5? That is surprising, right? Especially even though it's been a three-peat for Wales and Adidas, like we've been saying, we have seen this category kind of accurately reflect the kind of stock market of sneaker brands that are always rising and falling, at least in America. And as Nike has kind of plummeted and Adidas and New Balance has risen, the other kind of new kind of triumvirate there was Asics was on this board, at least in the top 5, and they are now off, which to me is a bit surprising. Their highest entry was pretty low, and it was the Jound Asics 1260. Now, the 1260, I think, as a GR sneaker, had a big year. We went with the Jound version, and I wonder if, and that was my call, I believe, and I wonder if that was wrong.
I said it should be the GR because the GR, like, that's what I was wearing all summer. There's just more of it, and I just wonder if, like, I don't know if there's Jound fatigue or if there's just like Jound overrepresentation with his Samba as well. They finished back to back at 2.5% and 2.4%. But the Asics 1260 Jound was and then beyond that, there was the
Studio Nicholson.
Is that it?
The Studio Nicholson.
Oh, the Studio Nicholson.
They were all collabs.
That would have been great if there were more than 500 made of them.
And then and then unfortunately a shoe that we both love and a style that you don't see a ton of, like besides the Studio Nicholson, was the CP Company collab as well. Yeah. 1.5%, pretty low on the list.
Pretty limited. The Gel Quantum 360 V8. Or just V8. V8. Or just 8.
It's just 8.
Can't fucking read.
It's not.
Age ain't nothing but a bunch of numbers.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here that really surprising me. I like that Dries got a little love, even though he didn't really chart in GOAT. I guess he didn't really chart here, but he's in like 7th place, 3.3%.
8th place.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't love that shoe, but it's nice to see Dries get a little bit of love in his, swan song kind of season.
Yeah, but a woman's sneaker finishing in second place. But that's great. That's great. We are nothing but allies. You know what I mean?
I honestly, I know it's technically a women's sneaker from a women's brand. There's a lot of unisex shit that's happening at Miu Miu. I see that as a shoe for everybody.
Yeah. What's the biggest size you can get in that shoe?
I think you could get it in like a women's 12.
And what is that in men's?
A 10?
Okay.
Maybe more?
So all my daddy long dicks, they can't fucking get their Miu Mius?
Guess not. I mean, dude, that is $1,000 sneaker.
Yeah.
And honestly,
it does look really good.
It does look really good. They have a mule version now. You can buy all of these as we speak on their website. It's a shoe that I think is not so much.
It's a $1,300 sneaker.
$1,300 sneaker. It's not so much that it's limited. It's just the barrier of entry. And how much are the Dries? I'm actually curious. Can you look that up?
I think they're like 400.
That's honestly, when you compare it to 1,300, it's a deal, dude.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Also cheaper than the Studio Nicholson Gel Quantum 360s, which were, I believe, also close to.
So the largest you get
600.
The largest Miu Miu New Balance you get was about 11 and a half, I think, men's.
Yeah. So that works for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that a women's sneaker, by all intents and purposes, a women's sneaker should not be on this list since we are a show for the boys?
No,
fellas.
bro. I fucking love bitches.
Okay. All right. That's sneaker.
All right.
Moving on. Ooh, here we go, baby. The best TV show of the year. In fifth place, shocking to me. Speaking of swan songs, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Why is that shocking? I thought the whole thing on the... I've never watched this. I've never watched the show, but like during the Critics' Choice Awards, all the ground was like, yeah, the season was not good.
No, that's why I'm shocked that it got fifth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 6.3%.
You're right. It should have been Love Island USA.
I don't think that Curb, if you had put the gun to my head, I would have been like, this last season of Curb would not have charted. I was wrong. In fourth, Shogun, 11.8%.
Do you think that should have been higher?
Yes.
Certainly higher than number 3 and maybe higher than number 2.
Okay, number 3, The Penguin, just edging out Shogun, 12.1%. A show that tonally for me didn't work as a fan of the Batman. I love Colin Farrell. I like the chick from How I Met Your Mother. Sorry, I don't know her name. The kid with the stutter, terrible actor.
He's a kid, bro.
No,
he's got a stutter.
He's not a kid. Well,
he's got a stutter.
The stutter is an affectation that he puts on as an actor. He doesn't actually have.
Our president has a stutter.
Former president.
Nope, still in office.
Oh, right. When does this come out?
Today's January 6th. Crazy that the boys are getting together on the 6th of January.
The boys are always getting together on January 6th to celebrate.
Yo, I could not get.
I couldn't. I watched it. I did not get into it.
Hey, you guys want to go to the zoo and go look at the penguins?
Yeah,
you guys want to go look at the penguins?
It's fine.
Hey, kid, you want to stick with me?
I finished
to the top.
I finished it. I thought.
What?
I finished it. I thought I thought it got stronger as it went on, and I liked the ending. Colin Farrell deserves the accolades.
Watch my purple car.
All right, and here we go. The big battle between one literal beast, one metaphorical beast, and number 2, dethroned, finally, the bear. 14.9%.
Larry's favorite show.
Which means that the number 1 show of the year, in our hearts, in our minds, you seem to agree. Our friends, Mick and Con, congratulations, industry. Number 1, best TV show of the year in the 2024 Fitties, 17.7%, a fairly resounding victory.
To be clear, this show should have been number 1 since season 1.
Facts.
I'm glad that the masses are finally seeing the Jimmy vision.
Yep.
I didn't finish The Bear season 3. I think I watched 2 episodes.
Definitely the weakest. They are pumping this show out and it is suffering. And I know it's getting its dick fucking slobbed on award season regardless. Shout out Io. Shout out fucking Jeremy Allen White, whatever. This to me also would have not charted in my top 5 shows, even though I finished it.
Why do you finish shows that you don't? Why don't you just not?
I want to be a part of the conversation. It is.
What's the conversation?
The conversation is that's
hey,
falling
I'm the
off.
Fucking penguin. I look crazy. I'm fucking Tony Soprano.
You and I both agree. Almost everyone agreed. This is, and even the ground as well. Industry best show.
Finally, the best show on TV has come home.
When Mick and Con were alerted to their victory, I believe Con's response was, "Why don't you guys do actual trophies? I would love to have a real Fitties sitting on my desk."
Too busy on Safari.
Mick was on Safari.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Mick was too busy on Safari to respond. Yeah, bro. I'm glad that the I'm glad that the world finally saw the light.
We told you so.
I am surprised that the bear charted this high.
Yep.
I don't know if this is residual because like residual just gas from the love of season 1 to season 2. I don't think I finished season 2.
Really? I thought that
you slob season 2's fucking knob till it was just a little nub.
Well,
which is fine. You know, you got on your knees and just bear down.
Nice. It had my favorite episode of television of the year.
Oh, because it's Taylor Swift.
Forks.
Awesome.
Yeah. And because our friend Alex Russell wrote the episode and was fantastic.
That's right. But yeah, I am surprised that Shogun didn't go higher. I think that's just, stop the Asian hate. And surprised that Penguin went this high too.
I'm not surprised about Penguin at all. All of our favorite reality shows kind of fucking
reality show is never going to win.
No?
No.
Why? Because of our demographic of voters? If we had more gays and girls?
Yeah, and also reality show. I mean, 9th place for Love Island USA, not bad. Shocked that Tyre is actually not shocked because of our audience.
Well, me and Robbie talked a little bit about Tyres on their quick choice. Yeah, we liked it. It's good.
The franchise show I thought was good got 0 votes or 0%.
I thought the franchise was good too. Another show that I finished and enjoyed.
Nice. It has Veep qualities because I think it has like Veep producers and Veep writers. A show that I've been watching that is fire. But yeah, I don't think a doc series or true crime or reality show is ever going to really chart that crazy. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is in a generational run right now. And it's like in the bottom half.
To your point about true crime, I believe, I know this isn't a doc, but based on a true story, Baby Reindeer came in 7th with 4.2%. And that was
absolute fire show.
And that won a bunch of Golden Globes. I'm sure it'll win a bunch of Emmys whenever the Emmys are. Very good. I'm not really.
What are the Golden Globes?
What's up?
What are the Golden Globes?
When are they?
What are they?
What are they? It's movies and TV. The Hollywood Foreign
Press.
It's
the Emmys and the Oscars.
It's not. Yeah, but also it doesn't really count.
Do people care? No.
They care because it okay, the Hollywood Foreign Press has been known to, like, if you fucking suck up to them, if you fucking take place in their press junkets and talk to their people, they will fucking give you awards. And Baby Reindeer was clearly one of those shows. I believe the woman who played the very sad, pathetic stalker,
Maggie.
She won Best Actress in whatever limited series. Yeah. So that was the award for Baby Reindeer. I don't remember. Here's a surprising one. The Vince Staples show, which I thought was okay, but does prove that Vince Staples is a generational talent if people weren't aware. I'm surprised that hit 6th place, almost 5%, 4.9%.
Yeah. Aren't there like 4 episodes? Aren't there like
it's pretty short. I think it's like a 6 or an 8 episodic thing. Very short. Very much Atlanta vibes where it's like, but more, I think, based in Vince's reality. I didn't know that people liked that as much as these votes clearly show that they do.
Yeah. And just when I thought that we were dealing with a audience of allies voting a woman sneaker into 2nd best sneaker of the year in the 2024 Fitties, Hacks. I think maybe besides English teacher, which I just finished and I have yet to catch up. Apparently there's some like sexual assault shit, whatever.
They wanted to cancel Brian Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't read that article and then watch it and now read that article.
Yeah, I think he did get canceled. I don't know.
Hacks, the funniest show on fucking TV. Yeah, women can be funny too. Maybe heard of it. I don't know. Yeah. Not putting in a pretty terrible showing.
Gene Smart again fucking taking hardware away from
I don't care about the Golden Globes, bro. No one fucking cares. Hacks, you don't watch it because it's women.
No, I watch Hacks.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I do like it. Are you done? I do like it. I don't know if it would be top 5 for me, but it's good and I watch it.
Better than the fucking penguin. Hey, you guys want to go to the zoo?
It seems very clear to me that what you enjoy outside of industry, which obviously everyone enjoys, you like comedy. You like the franchise. You like
reality.
English teacher. You like Hacks and you like reality.
Baby Reindeer. I tore through that. Chimp Crazy. Insane fucking doc series. Give that a look. Black Doves I liked. But I think it kind of flew under the radar. And I really liked the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Yeah. Javier Bardem was fucking incredible.
That's crazy to me that's maybe the lowest. For as much as people talked about that, I'm surprised that had 0.6% of the vote. That was low.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Those are your TV shows. Let's move on to collaboration of the year, James.
Collaboration of the year. Last year's winner. I think it was the most dominant winner of the entire Fitties was Our Legacy Workshop X Emporio Armani. That was last year.
Bangers,
this year,
front to back.
This year, again, kind of a tight category, which is good. We had fewer seemingly just cash grab collaborations,
Right.
just marketing exercises. That being said, I don't know how I feel about this year in collaborations. So, rounding out the top 5, Kiko Konstantinov. Did I say that right?
Konstantinov? I don't know.
Ex Levi's, 5.2%.
Kiko Levi's.
Kiko Levi's. Then, kind of a sleeper, but then apparently not. Beams Plus X Arc'teryx.
They ran
5.7%.
They ran back a classic.
Yeah. Very surprising here.
Really? With our guys? Come on.
At number 3, Noah X Barber, 11.9%. Quite a jump up. Just above them with 13.4% of the vote, Our Legacy Workshop X Stussy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were number 2 last year as well.
Yep.
But in a dominant showing reminiscent of what was it? What
Another
quarter?
dominant
Luigi Mangione. Number 1 collaboration of the year as voted on by you, the voters of the Fitties. Tyler, the Creator X Louis Vuitton, 21.7% of the vote. I agree.
Tyler, like Luigi, killed it. This one, everyone agreed was...
It was so good he couldn't get his hands on it.
Couldn't get his own stuff. I'm looking at the top 5. This is a lot of classics being run back, right? Beams Plus Arc'teryx, Noah Barber, and Our Legacy Workshop Stussy. These are collabs that have existed that people in our world always like, that make sense, are not cash grabs, but get run back every year because you got to give the people what they want. And I think that proves that, to your point, collabs are moving away from the obvious whack cash grabs that I don't know if we have a ton of those on the list, but you know them when you see them, to, kind of standard torchbearers of, like, hey, you know what? We love this as fans. Can you please run this back? And the brand's obliged.
I wonder if this portends Tyler honestly getting a bigger job in fashion. The fact that he did kind of like
Inshallah
do something that outshone anything else Pharrell did, barring Pharrell's, I don't know, Lego set, and something in the water LV merch. What?
There was only one Pharrell collab on this list, and that were the Timberlands they did, and they are 4th from last with 2.1%. Though I did think they were good.
Sure, but that was like a single item, right?
No, it was a line. It was a bunch of Tims. Yeah. But not anything more than just a footwear launch.
Yeah, but I mean, Tyler, I think whether it's like Golf Wang, whether it's Le Fleur, whether it's the shit he did with Lacoste, whether the shit he did with LV, I don't know, man. I think it's
a generational talent. No,
I think it bodes well for hopefully the future and his involvement in fashion. I really do appreciate that in 6th place we got Slam Jam X Umbro. I was always a little not concerned, but like a little like irked that felt slept on, but it felt like it got the recognition that I think it is well deserved.
You were out here shouting from the rooftops. You wore it a lot on pod.
I wore twice. I wore 2 things one time.
Either way, I think it's super interesting. I think it's an awesome direction for Umbro in terms of like licensing out their fucking iconic diamond to the right partners.
If we're allowed to say that, we don't know.
And Slam Jam fucking crushed that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else notable here.
Slam Jam has like sneaky influence. Like they were known, I think, as first and foremost as like the first institutions to bring like sneakers and like hype shit, like tier 0 S tier shit to Europe.
Great
and then
store.
kind of like push like European streetwear, like Carhartt Whip, and all that. They have sneaky influence in a lot of brands that we fuck with that like I don't think we can necessarily speak on.
Okay,
but stuff that you and I both really enjoy. Like if it's coming out of Europe, there's a decent chance that Slam Jam is involved.
Yeah, they are
on the back end.
A generational Italian power, one of the best stores in Milan, without a fucking doubt. Like you said, just ahead of the curve.
Best stores in Europe.
And just ahead of the curve on so much shit when it comes to where high fashion meets streetwear. That while now is the norm, they definitely were pioneers of that. One thing that surprises me is that Kith time Giorgio Armani was in the middle of the pack here. Yeah. Even though that was absolute fucking dog water, it did better than a lot of shit that I personally thought was
look, this is really like
heads and fucking shoulders above that terrible collab.
But this is really like, I think this speaks like, how do you vote, right?
Yep.
Do you vote with like what you liked the best, or do you vote like what you think is the most like important or like objectively, I don't know, the most like impressive?
Or is it a collaboration of both of those things?
I'm saying, so Orly Kith did unfortunately, fortunately, second to last, just above Roa X Laura Piana.
Yeah.
Which was like one fucking boot.
No, there was some. I think there was some apparel.
I don't
but the
think
fact
so.
that we don't even know,
I don't
there,
think so.
I think it proves.
I
the
really
point.
don't think so.
No one can remember.
Yeah. Honestly, all the expensive shit is at the bottom, except for Louis up top. But like, it's Orly Kith, Roa Laura Piana, Stone Island Dior, Timberland Louis, ALD Ramova. That's the bottom 5. Not in that order.
Yeah.
Then we have a nice little fast fashion-ish joint with Claire White Keller. Ex Uniqlo, even though she is like the fucking creative director
of Uniqlo
C.
I love that shit. I mean, I obviously talked about it already, but I love that shit.
I think
No, she's not. I think it's I think she's the creative director of this very, popping line.
She's the creative director of Uniqlo.
Wow. Love that for her. Again, representation.
I think the collaboration was kind of like the lead into that big announcement. And the fact that they went that's just great marketing and great rollout. That they went hand in hand, and she is fire. And I don't know, the product speaks for itself.
Yeah, the only other expensive thing that charted here in 7th was J.W. Anderson times Guinness, but that's obviously, I think, on the backs of the Irish independence trend that we already kind of exhaustively unpacked.
Yeah, that's just like a fun, unexpected partnership that you just love to see. Yeah.
All right, let's
Splitting J's.
Let's move into the category I clearly have the most invested in. Best movie of the year. Last year's winner, it was no shocker. This dominated. It was Oppenheimer. This year, in 5th place, wow, beautiful. Perfect Days by Wim Wenders, 4.2%. In 4th, The Substance was 7.6%. Big jump up there. Now let's get into the top 3. These are all fucking double-digit winners. Bronze medal, 3rd place, Honora, 10.3%. Silver medal, 2nd place, Challengers, 11.6%. And dominating the category, 35.1%. This should come as absolutely no surprise to anyone who fucking loves movie magic. Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Domination.
Yeah. I actually am kind of surprised it dominated this hard because it did come out in the beginning of the year.
No.
Early-ish? Was it summer?
Came out. I believe it was of the part of the summer, the late summer movie slate.
Late summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
huge domination.
This was never in doubt for at any point of the week that voting was open. I don't know if anybody, if you care, the top 3 is correct. This is correct.
I disagree. Conclave should be number 2, if not number 1. Perfect Days, I watched about 80% of it, 85% of it.
Not beautiful enough to get to 100%.
Bro, here's my thing about Perfect Days. This is like such a white man goes to Japan ass movie. Like, this is just a guy, and I don't know if there's like a big fucking plot twist at the end or whatever. If turns out he's like, a serial killer or whatever.
No.
Bro, this is just how people in Japan live.
And this
is just following a guy. This is just following a Japanese guy as he lives life as a Japanese man.
Did you see all the stuff with his family? Did you get to that part?
No.
Okay, so
what is it, like some Mr. Miyagi shit?
No, you didn't. Fuck, what? No.
You know about Mr. Miyagi?
No, I'm just saying that.
You don't know about his lore in the Karate Kids franchise.
Well, remind me.
He was a soldier in World War II and lost his family.
No, that's fucking
racist, bro.
So
how can you not be invested in the Karate Kid and yet you're like, oh, Perfect Days, Wim Wenders? It's literally just a fucking guy. That's just how people are like, oh, he's so peaceful. He's so into his job. Yeah, follow anyone in Japan. That's just how they live.
The movie that made the most money only got 3% of the vote, mainly because it's a movie for babies. Inside Out 2.
Still 7th place.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Basically, outside of the
Gladiator 2.
And honestly, that shouldn't really surprise anyone. Conclave is too low. I agree.
How do you think about Metropolis tying Twisters?
Megalopolis? Well,
what did I say? Metropolis.
Metropolis. I mean, I liked Megalopolis. I did not like Twisters. I'm also fine with them tying and being in the middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack, they're towards the bottom.
Yeah, I did enjoy Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, the prequel.
Feels racist that Nickel Boys and Sing Sing are third to last and last, respectively. I agree. Feels homophobic that Queer's 5th to last.
To your point, and let's talk about how movies and the Fitties kind of don't always jive and why Perfect Days is on this list. There are these movies that come out for Christmas, right? It is a very popular slate for Hollywood. We have already made our shortlist. We have already opened voting. So Perfect Days is one of those movies that you could argue is a movie from 2023, depending on where you live, depending on where you saw it and its release date. And this is going to have an interesting effect next year because the slate of holiday movies this Christmas, which Nosferatu, which we already exhausted, A Complete Unknown, The Brutalist, and even
I want to choke your Timberlands.
and then even Baby Girl to some degree. We'll all be on the list for
That
next
Bob
year.
Dylan ass movie. You talk about that one?
I said A Complete Unknown.
Oh.
I wonder.
I didn't know that was. Did.
I would always.
But Perfect Days was one of those movies where it's kind of crazy that it
That's what I'm
had such
saying.
staying power, even though it came out late 2023.
Because everyone's just waiting for it to hit streaming to,
Yeah,
to see it.
exactly.
Versus the ones.
Because that's not a movie you fucking want to see in theaters. I don't need to see a guy cleaning his bidet in IMAX. Although it did kind of give me tips on how to clean my fucking bidet.
So then there was some value, some utility in that
Yeah, but I
cinema.
didn't clean my bidet.
You learn something new every
I just told my
about
cleaning
yourself.
person, I was like, hey, can you watch this movie and for some tips on how to clean my bidet?
Talk about classist.
Shout out Antonia.
Jesus Christ.
What? Great.
No, I just think it's funny that you're admitting all this on the podcast.
And I have a cleaning person?
Great movies teach you something about yourself, and if that is to what to tell your cleaning lady to do to make your bidet more sparkling, then I guess
No, it's not like that, bro.
That's
What's
what
funny
you
is that
just said.
Nickel Boys did chart so low with the Fitties, but it was number one on a lot of like critics year-end lists.
absolutely.
Great book.
Mhm.
I've not seen the movie.
It won a
Actually, did-
Pulitzer, like you.
Did it?
Mhm.
Great. Colton Whitehead, I believe. Good author. Very sad, fucked up, tragic book. I'm sure same can be said of the movie, which I have not seen because I didn't
Yeah.
know that they made it into a movie. But that's the racism of the Hollywood marketing machine. It's their fault that I didn't know that they made the great book into a apparently great movie, though apparently not great according to the Fitties voters. Jesus Christ.
I think that this category for our audience is leaning into popcorn.
Are you surprised that
versus-
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, a movie
yeah.
that sucked dick,
Yeah, I
is
like
kind of in the middle?
I mean, to me, that was better than Gladiator, Long Legs. I didn't even see Wicked because I hate musicals. Yeah, that's the one that I'm like that and Conclave being like towards the middle bottom. That it does not track for me. And like The Substance, which I liked and was fun, doesn't
Very
deserve to be the fourth best movie of the year, in my humble opinion.
Again,
as a
you hate
cinephile.
women. You hate women.
I do not
That's
hate
chill. Challengers number 2. I'm disappointed, but whatever.
Zendaya 1 and 2.
Zendaya, congrats on the engagement. I hope we can get an invite. Yeah, wow. Why does Zendaya not go to the year?
Honestly, you might have fucked that up.
Fuck you.
'Cause-
Because you hate women. That's why.
I don't hate women. I love Denora.
I love bitches.
But I will say that Challengers to me really just resonates about how the greatest
yeah.
power of
We need an
women
int-
is
we
their
need
inherent
a-
evilness.
We need an intimacy coordinator for this podcast.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Okay, let's move on to stylish celeb.
Okay. Fuck this category. This really is just
Oh,
like,
come on.
come on, bro. Most stylish celebrity.
It's fun.
Who was on a press junket this year?
Okay.
Who hired a stylist?
Okay.
Who are some of these people?
Well,
Who's Mike Feist?
He's one of the two challengers, dude.
The ginger.
Yep.
Oh, he's hot.
He
I think he's hotter than the
Josh O'Connor.
than Daddy Long Dick Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. I like both of them. But anyway,
All right.
let's do the top 5.
Okay. 7.4%. Your man's ASAP Rocky. Drop the fucking album or don't. Either way, we're fine.
No, don't, dog.
Yeah.
Please
Just
don't.
re-release Peso.
Remastered.
Long live
Peso
ASAP.
remastered. Honestly, shit.
Recognize that shit. ASAP. It'll put no fear in my heart.
Oh, why is Bloody Loco not on this list?
Shout out to MTA. Congestion pricing. That's what Lawrence calls getting a bag. All right. 8%.
Bars.
Number 4, Paul Mezcal.
Yeah.
Again,
Press junket.
stylish or just everywhere?
No, he's stylish.
Number 3, definitely stylish. 8.8% of the vote. Just below number 2, we have Tyler, the Creator. At number 2, with 0.1% more at 8.9%, Kenny, Kendrick Lamar.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Okay. I am very happy
This
with
is
number
great.
1.
This is
and this is, I think it was a surprise when, oh, by the way, last year was Jacob Elordi.
Mm-hmm.
He was everywhere because what was the big movie he was in last year?
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
Elvis was Austin Butler.
That's right. Jacob Elordi was last year's winner. This year, 6th place. Bottega guy, hot,
So hot.
has a terrible beard.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the beard knocked him out of the top 5.
Oh, Damn.
Yo,
Maybe. Honestly.
you guys anti-facial hair?
Good.
Fucked.
Okay, number 1 with 12.7% of the vote. Our boy, the big dog, Maddie Matheson,
The biggest dog.
who's been sniffing first place the last 2 years.
Wow, he did it.
He finally fucking did it. I think he's always been regarded as a style icon, both for the big boys and the small boys. I think the bear enabled him to kind of like flex his suiting personality and tailoring.
Red carpet god.
But was always like kept it very Maddie, right?
Yeah.
It was never just like, I'm going to wear what the stylist tells me to wear. I'm going to wear what the brand tells me to wear. I'm going to just wear a fucking regular ass tuxedo.
Much like Trend. Well, I tell you, man, his tuxes ain't regular, I'll say that. But just like Trend,
the big and tall.
This
Or
is
the big and short.
This is a victory, a W for personal style.
This is huge.
This is great. And you're right. He has been inching and sniffing his way for the trophy for the past couple of years. I think that originally, when we started putting him on this list and acknowledging him as a celeb, it's kind of like when we started doing the Fitties 4 years ago. I don't know if that totally kind of tracks with when the Bear premiered, but to see that show's rise and to see his rise as a crucial and arguably one of the best parts of that show, it's fantastic to see him not just acknowledged as a fucking bona fide celeb, but as a bona fide stylish celebrity. This is a victory for the people as much it is for Maddie, and I love being on the same page as everyone who voted in this category.
Yeah, I just texted him that he won.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
see if we get a response before this end of the podcast. I do wonder if Timothée Chalamet would have charted higher had the Bob Dylan ass movie.
Yep.
Press
possible.
junket had like been in full churn when voting was happening, because they kind of like didn't line up exactly a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
And we already have him on Go to the Year content nominee for next year, just based off this incredible press run that he was on for the Bob Dylan ass movie.
Goated.
Coleman Domingo, 8th place, even though Sing Sing, last place movie. Shows where people's priorities are, I guess.
Yeah.
Movies don't fucking matter.
Trying to think if there's anything. SGA comes in 7th with 5.8%. I think that's a little low. I think that this is a guy who is fucking crushing it seemingly on his own volition and not necessarily with the help of definitely maybe personal shoppers, since, he's a little busy trying to win a chip and the MVP.
Do you think that he actually, in a vacuum, is super sick, or is it just like as an NBA player?
No, in a vacuum, I think he's super sick because it's like, I think
I'm not familiar with his style.
Great IG follow, as I always say, IG caption.
The captions have kind of been dipping a little bit.
I mean, listen,
yo, something next year, something pushing it to the next gear.
Oh, but you follow him?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I think the fact that you even follow him kind of is like a feather in his cap. Since you wouldn't.
Congrats, Shy. I follow you
because you're kind of you already kind of hated on this category before you even started. You kind of poo-pooed it.
I think it's a little like,
I know we don't do emotion.
Yo. Oh wait, I'm not really trying to kick it in the new year. I'm really trying to kick it in a new gear.
I like that.
Damn.
I fuck with that.
I don't do the IG lives. I'm just really live in real life.
I think he's a guy that's like, he doesn't have an IG ghostwriter. He doesn't have, I think, a stylist that's dressing him. I think he's authentic.
Yo, if it feels realistic, then you're not dreaming big enough. Dream bigger with AT&T. Hashtag AT&T athlete.
Yo, you're going to hate on a man for getting a fucking baggy Oli. Get out of here.
No, I'm reading his captions.
I do think that a nice little nod for most improved here. I don't know how he's charted in the past, but now that Daniel Craig is out of the clutches of James Bond and is fully fucking Loewe'd and JW'd up because of Queer mainly working with Luca, and obviously Luca's big collaborator is JW himself. I think that the Daniel Craig getting 5.3% of the vote and like actually mattering in this category is like a nice little most improved. And I think you've seen it if you've been paying attention to the films. And a late edition, and we were like, let's throw him on. He's getting better. And I think the people agree.
His fits suck. And I was like,
but then I reevaluated.
Okay.
And then I reevaluated.
Let's talk about the losers.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking bottom, the scum, the bottom of the barrel, the sub 1%ers. Barry Keoghan, 0.9%. Yo, Pharrell with less than 1%.
Racist.
I mean,
racist. And Stephon Diggs, racist. Lil Uzi Vert, racist.
Hold on. I think Pharrell, it's because he's just been doing it for so damn long.
Yeah.
That it's like, it's just a given.
Yes.
And that if anything, he's like just consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you're not going to vote for the best of the year because he's always going to be in the conversation. Uzi, he put out that like garbage album.
So bad, dude. You don't like the all white phase?
I'm never mad at Uzi. I fucking love Uzi. I love his swag. But am I going to be like best dressed of the year? No, but I'm also not going to, it makes me sad that he's like fifth from the bottom or whatever.
Yo, this idea of like this category rewarding newness is, I hadn't thought about that really. Like Yachty always like people being like, when we first started doing this, people being pissed he's not on the list. And then this idea of, okay, we're putting him on and we're throwing you a bone, and then him charting pretty high from what I remember. Finally, now people are kind of seemingly over it. 1.6% less than Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. Well, Yachty got clowned on a lot. And I think like, I saw a few viral tweets like, why the fuck are we ever like call this man like a style icon?
Yeah.
And those tweets just going like crazy viral. Who's Jonathan Bailey?
Jonathan Bailey is a gay man who I believe people really like. He is the
is he the hot priest?
Jonathan Bailey. No, he is married to someone famous. Who's he married to?
Who is that guy? Why is he on this list? He's from Hull. He's from a place called Hull.
Hove. Hove. Fuck, dude.
Jonathan Bailey's definitely the building.
Who was he in? Ripley? Why is he on this list?
I don't know. You put him on here.
Did I?
Whoever the fuck he is, we don't even know who he is, and he beat Drake. So.
All right, sorry. Well, he's in a movie called Cock. That came out in that was a play. That was a play called Cock.
Yo, I don't play with my cock.
Let's see.
Yo, when it comes to cock, I don't play.
Okay, so he was not in Ripley. I was wrong.
Okay.
That was Hot Priest. He was in Wicked. That's what it is. He was in Wicked.
Okay, cool.
I don't know why he's on here. I think Jenna, when she heard us going through this list, was like, include Jonathan Bailey.
Oh, so okay, little asterisk. Jenna affirmative action inclusion. But this guy who we don't know, who lives in a place called Hull,
Hove,
who was not in Ripley, beat Drake.
Matty Matheson. Wow, really? That's so tight. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get it. There he is.
Bigger than an Emmy.
Yeah, or a Golden Globe. Yo, here's a surprising one. Glenn Powell just bringing up the fucking
Why
rear.
is it surprising?
With
This is not
Alton
surprising.
Mason and Mike Feist, 0.2%, because
This is not surprising. Glenn Powell does not have swag.
he seemed like a man of the people.
Because he wore fucking jeans and a shirt. Like, this Glenn Powell.
Priest jeans.
Glenn Powell is the media psyop of, like, forget trends. I think that's South Celebrity, the only guy that has kind of broken through the algo, although he does get celebrated as kind of like the anti-stylish celebrity is Matty Matheson. Everybody else, like everyone's trying to make Glenn Powell like the stylish celebrity. Matty Matheson, truly blessed.
Wow.
Sorry, bigger than Emmy. I truly blessed. And then sent a photo of him wearing this fucking sick, what the hell is this? Like a mariachi white.
Oh, this is what he wore last night. Yeah.
Okay. And then said something that you are not
going to say. I'm not going to say.
Glenn Powell being forced down our throats as like the stylish guy. It's like, no, he's just on a press junket. And then we talked about this with BOF, I believe. Him being celebrated, an actor's fashion being celebrated is now part of like the marketing juggernaut of Twisters, of that Sydney Sweeney movie, of whatever.
Anyone
the fuck
but you.
What anyone but you. Of the third thing he was in this
Twisters?
past year. I mentioned Twisters.
Hitman. Yeah.
Alt Mason, I think there's just no like name recognition.
I mean, he's just the most famous. He's the only like male supermodel, and he gets massive fits off. So that's why I like threw him on here. But you're right. I don't think anyone who's voting like
and then Mike
knows who he is.
Mike Feist. Again, no one fucking knows who that is.
All right. From most stylish celeb to best musical artist of the year. Real quick, last year's winner who was nominated this year as a bozo, Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Not necessarily shocking for the white boys who listen to this show, but in fifth place,
and the girlies too. People love Zach Bryan, and also
I do too. I mean,
that was a little kind of I think like preview of the fact that country was the mainstream trend that's swept the nation.
What do we say?
Past year.
Not wanted, dead or alive, I believe is what we call it. White boys back. Okay. Your number 5 musical artist of the year with 4.2% is again Tyler the Creator.
Renaissance man, multi-hyphenate.
Chromacopia. The big press run, the festivals, golf wang,
feature with Maxo Cream, who was on the only podcast that matters.
I'm not a huge Tyler fan, so I'm not necessarily mad at this. Number 4, Chapel Roan, 5.1%.
Pink pony.
Oh my God. How do we
the pink pony?
Is your reward for best musical artist we put like your biggest songs as outro music? Because I don't want to do that knowing what I would like to do. Pink Pony Club as outro music. You with that? I love that song.
No.
Okay, cool.
I do love that song though.
Okay, so
great karaoke joint.
Yeah, for an instant karaoke classic. Okay, moving on to the top 3 of the year. Number 3, McGee, 9%. You already know how I feel about Mr. Mike Gordon, the fucking man.
Well deserved.
Best live show I've seen in a very long time.
What other live shows did you go to this year?
Honestly, great point. That might be. We saw Doechii at Doechii, who honestly is gonna have a big fucking year.
Yeah,
she's already teasing some big
shit.
Shit.
Industry for that plant. Great job there.
You think she's an industry plant?
Yeah, bro.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Number 2.
Wait, are you kidding me?
I don't know if TDE signs you. I respect their roster, what they've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. SZA, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar. If you get signed to TDE, you're fucking birdified. Right. Okay. Number 2, Charlie XCX, 15.6%. This was a 2-horse race, ladies and gentlemen. And then number 1, no shocker at all, Kung Fu Kenny again, Kendrick Lamar, 20.4%. Number 1 musical artist of the year as voted by you. I mean, this is the answer. Even if it was a Brat Summer, even if McGee is a new guitar god, even if Chappell Roan can make a karaoke classic with their eyes closed, even if Tyler is a generational talent, Kendrick fucking had the biggest song of the year and then dropped a surprise album and is obviously going to do the Super Bowl halftime show. So we will still be talking about Kenny into 2025 without a doubt.
Beef is good for business.
Absolutely.
Beef is good for one side of the business because Drake got 1.1%. I don't even know what music he put out, although he did beat Waxahachie and Two Hollis.
Yeah, I love Two Hollis getting 1% of the vote though.
What the fuck? Where's net spend at?
Oh, very low.
Damn, bro. Damn, below New Jeans. That's anti-Asian. Beyonce with 0.5%. What the fuck?
That's crazy, dude. That the Beyonce, people forgot about Cowboy Carter. Granted, the Beyonce Bowl came out after we closed voting. I wonder if that would have changed anything. That was amazing.
I highly doubt
one of the best live shows I've seen this year from a hospital room in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar making evil hyphy music. I was in the gym, fucking tossing plates, and threw on a radio station inspired by or using Future Mask Off as like the jumping off point, and started playing a lot of old Kendrick. And it was kind of like similar to like there's some songs where I'm like, this sounds like what's the album that came out this year?
GNX.
I was like, you know what? This is actually like
it's like Damn adjacent.
Exactly. And also some good Kid Mad City. There's one track, I forget what it was. But yeah, in this era of streaming.
Backseat Freestyle, probably?
Nope. In this era of streaming, he put out an album that felt cohesive. Same with Charlie, same with McGee. Same with Tyler. I don't really know about the Chappell Roan album. All I know is fucking Pink Pony Club.
And Hot to Go.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with that one. It was a big year, I think, macro-wise for like the pop star girlies.
Yep.
Sabrina Carpenter, fucking Taylor.
Where's Taylor on here?
Taylor's just below Lil Yachty and the Concrete Boys, who got less than 0.8%.
Yo, but higher than Gracie Abrams, industry Nepo Baby and Industry Plan 0.7%.
That's right.
But I will say, and I know I am wrong for comparing them, but because you and I are old men, Claro 2.9%. She did not beat Sabrina Carpenter, who got 3.2%.
I was a little sad that the female rappers were so
they got killed.
Not well represented. Sexy Red, Glorilla, Tyla, not a rapper, but you know, kind of maybe on the precipice of kind of being a breakout star. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It was and then Ariana rounding out, wiping up the rear like toilet paper. Ariana Grande with 0.3% and Jelly Roll also with 0.3%.
Let's talk about
another industry.
Let's talk about real quick 6th and 7th place. For White Boys. Vampire Weekend 6th place 3.5%, and MJ Lenderman with 3.2% in 7th. Pretty. I think that's low for Vampire Weekend. I think it's low for both of them. Thinking of the demo of who's voting, but I think that everyone just went.
Oh yeah, the Vampire Weekend Kendrick Lamar Venn diagram is totally two separate circles, bro. Come on, it's the year of the white boy. Kendrick Lamar's gonna fucking win.
I'm not saying the year of the white boy. I guess the white boys split all their votes, are really McGee kind of vacuuming the ball up in terms of like
and Kendrick Lamar and Charlie. This is the most white boy top 5 I've ever fucking
Charlie
seen.
For white boy? Well, I guess the new being gay for pussy white boy.
Who is the biggest Charlie XCX fan you know?
Robbie.
Rob Kelly.
Yeah.
He is the Pale King.
He is the Pale King. All right, that's fair. I'm not mad at this top three. I think who was your musical artist of the year? What did you say?
I don't remember.
This one,
I think I said Jamie XX.
I mean,
or Sub Baby. I am seeing Jamie XX next week. So, by the way, next week's Boys Only might have to record a little later in the day.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing him on a Sunday. I think. Well, Fred Again was embarrassingly my
2.5% for Fred
highest
Again.
Spotify Wrapped artist.
This is such a top heavy category that when we're talking about like Fred Again, we're still in the top 10 with 2.5%, which is crazy.
Right.
Saw Baby, you're right. Had a great year. Honestly, maybe Saheem was my favorite rap album of the year, even if GNX was good.
I really just think that like if you're looking at the top five, except for maybe McGee, they all have stories that go beyond the music, right? And they all have like relevancy that go way beyond the music. Kendrick, obviously, with the beef and everything. Charlie XX just owning Brad Summer. McGee, I think he's just like, his story is that he's like a new phenomenon.
Yep.
Chapel and Tyler, Chapel's like, controversial, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Tyler's just like kind of always owns the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
If you can no longer, I guess, like hold people's attention and minds and get their votes if just based on the music.
Yeah.
Which is indicative of like even the way anything works in culture these days, right?
Yeah. You're right. All right, moving on to
brand
zeitgeist.
Brand of the year. Wow. We fucking love this. Last year, the winner was my favorite brand of all time. Shout out the stock homies, Our Legacy.
Yep.
This year, number 5. Shocked it's still here. 6.8% Ame Leon Dor.
Yep.
Crazy. Number 4. I love this. With 7.8% of the vote, 316.
Yep.
Shout out the fellas.
Good things happen to good people.
Number 3, 8.7% of the vote, Orally.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, 9.1% of the vote, Leve.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, more than doubling number 2's percentage with 18.5% of the vote, we have repeat champions, Our Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to the boys for winning brand of the year at the 2024 Fitties as voted on by the voters. All right, let's get into this.
Huge year for our OL. I mean, like with the LVMH investment to Camion still fucking dominating the fucking streets. Collab still hitting. I'm not surprised at number 1. The fact that they just basically put a beat down on everyone though. Yeah, I don't remember last year's percentages. I think they probably did the same thing. I mean, if you listen to...
Let me see. I mean, last year I think they won. Last year I think was a real breakthrough for them and the Emporio Armani.
Yes.
Damn, bro. Last year they got 26.4% of the vote. And in number 2, again, what the fuck? ALD, 11.3%.
Damn. So OL still has a grip, but maybe not as tight. Here's what's... In another year that like didn't get dominated by like a trend or a look and might have been quote unquote down year for a lot of culture, men's fashion, included here. It's interesting to see like for our guys, Loewe, not so much Orly, but even Miu Miu coming in 6th with 5.9%.
Women's
like,
brand coming in 6th.
Ain't no one voting this, by the way, is buying or wearing any Loewe or Miu Miu. Like, right. Like, what are you're not.
Hey, yo, look at that $6,000 Detroit jacket.
So it's funny to see that juxtaposed then with like 316 getting this deserved love from what I can only imagine are real customers of the brand.
18 East, 7th place with 5.7, just below Miu Miu.
MF Pen, 5%.
MF Pen. So it was a year where brands, I think, like less so relied on what we're seeing in music, where it's like the stunt shit or like the controversy or the conversation extending beyond like the actual product itself. Because you look through this, I mean, Kith. Honestly, I'm surprised Kith did not come in last place. They came in 5th to last, which is they came above Bodhi, which is I'm sure you love seeing that.
Honestly, that's the only brand I want to see Kith ahead of.
Balenci came in last with 1%. I really don't know why they're on this list, even as a nominee. I am surprised that ALD is still holding strong in the top 5, albeit by not they're solidly between like 4 and 6, but they're still cracking the top 5.
I'm surprised to see Stussy, I think, lose some hearts and minds here. Out of 4.8%, we're looking at 6, 7, 8. They're in the 9.
I mean,
they're in 9th.
Maybe I'm like making excuses for them, but I think that's another one where it's like they're just so reliable and so consistent that you kind of just forget. And like if they put out good collabs with OL. Got a 2nd place collab with Mountain Hardwear. Did they do a Birkenstock this year?
I don't believe so.
What are the big collabs this year?
I mean, there's always Nike, there's always Converse, there's always now OL Workshop. It's, like you said, these are standby collabs because they are good.
Right.
And you're right, the consistency might have hurt or is hurting them. It'll be curious to see what kind of year they have in 2025 and then what, kind of place they end up in the Fitties next year.
It's great to see Orly number 3.
Yeah.
Have to imagine they're only going up from there. Interestingly, Loewe was number 5 last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. People like Loewe. I mean, I like Loewe. Again, I'm not wearing Loewe, but I could also acknowledge.
What do you like about Loewe?
I like that it's so while J.W. Anderson Jonathan Anderson is a very talented designer. I think his main line is too esoteric for my kind of like more stick to normal clothes P brain, whereas Loewe to me is the more accessible kind of mainstream stuff, and I buy a lot of it for my wife when I have the scratch, and we are a Loewe family. A lot of handbags, a lot of fucking.
You buy it.
We buy it.
Oh, okay.
We buy it. So yeah, I'm a Loewe fan.
Look,
I'm a Jonathan Anderson fan.
I think also last year we made a conscious effort to be like, why are we putting on like brands like Louis Vuitton, Vetements, Tom Brown?
Well, Louis Vuitton with Pharrell did have a big year last year.
That's true. And they invited us to sit front row, so that was sick.
Yeah.
And we're like, we got to include like more brands that are like in our world. And I think we made the right decision where it is like 316, 18 East, MF Pen, kind of the Stofa, like the smaller guys that still put in like a strong showing.
Yep.
316 being the most of note, which is great to fucking see.
Yep.
And I think this is like people vote with their dollars. People vote at the Fitties.
Yeah. OL, 316, 18 East, MF Pen. These are brands that we love, we support. Our audience clearly
Even though
feels
Orly's collab with Kith did get second to last.
Yeah,
in the collaboration of the year.
Right. Which maybe
that speaks to Kith, not to Orly.
Right.
Orly got voted number 3.
Yeah, that's absolutely that's a one-sided thing there, without a doubt, not necessarily a two-way street. No, it's great to see our audience clearly, like you said, kind of vote with their wallet. Like,
Kith got 16 out of 20.
I think there is an absolutely valid way where when you're voting for this category to say, like, where did I spend my most money on this list? And to give that, like, is that not your vote? If you're voting with your wallet, that's the most impactful way, honestly. So
I bought one thing from Orly, so that's probably the most money I've spent.
I mean, you and I, Sam, it's only all we can afford. All right, let's move on.
Brand of the year, Our Legacy. Shout out the boys. Congrats again.
Yeah, shout out to Stockholmies. You guys deserve it. Let's move on to everyone's favorite category, the biggest bozo of the year. Last year's winner was Andrew Tate. Keep that in mind as we kind of go through.
Who is running for Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Great. Oh, really?
I think so.
It hasn't been announced, but it's going to happen.
He tweeted it. He tweeted it. So,
all right. Well, we'll see you on Bozo of the year next year.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, or this year rather. Okay, 5th place Bozo of the year, Drake, 6%.
Damn.
4th place,
your boy, bro, your hero. How does it make you feel?
No, honestly, not
your
anymore.
Icon.
Still a guy that I would love to hang out with.
He's your best friend, right?
And that I would love to have on the show. And someone who I know I would get along with. No, not because of fucking unsavory
the
shit.
Pedophilia?
No.
You're the archetype of a Drake fan in a lot of ways.
Thank you so much. Okay.
You're welcome.
4th place at 8.9%. The entire Democratic Party.
Shit the bed.
Absolutely. 3rd place, Diddy.
Also
13.4%. Absolutely, dude.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, that would be Derek Blasberg.
That was Derek Blasberg, my bad.
Yeah. You're thinking of
Diddy definitely got
you're thinking of sliding off the bed covered in baby oil.
Yo, baby oil, that's a not just a lubricant, but also a laxative.
Yeah.
I'm sure that enough baby oil was digested, consumed that there's, and Diddy's into scat play.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Probably amongst many other disgusting, nefarious things. Okay, this is really interesting. There was a 2-vote separation for the biggest bozo of the year.
Separation.
The loser, also aka in this category, the winner, because you don't want to be bozo of the year, I would think, is Benjamin Netanyahu with 15.8% of the vote. I think that this could have been Zionists. This could have been Israel. We went for the head of the snake, Bibi himself, 2nd place, and then the winner who beat this motherfucker, this piece of shit, by 2 votes. The biggest bozo that we've seen thus far, arguably your number 1 bozo of the year, Elon motherfucking Musk.
And this was before the whole Adrian Dittman shit, which is even crazier. And like him just being exposed for tweeting at himself from his burner,
I'm such a good dad.
pulling a Larry, liking his own fit pics.
Yeah, okay, all right. I do that very publicly because every like counts. But
Both from yourself and
if
throwing
I had
fits.
a burner commenting,
Wait,
on
hold up. When you post a fit pic, what's the order of likes? Is it you like it first, or do you wait because you don't want it? You want
I need to have at least 100, which usually happens in a couple seconds.
Oh, sick, bro. So then you like it yourself. Then you log into throwing fits and you like it,
Just like I do for all of yours.
and
When
then
you do
you the 4 times that I posted in
Now
2024.
it is funny because then yes, I do hit my Zoom board. It would be hilarious.
Wait, no, hold on. We're not gonna skip over this. So you go throwing fits, you log into throwing fits, like your shit. Then you double tap and go to how to talk to girls at parties too, and like your shit.
But
That's the order.
But what's funny to me is that what Elon Musk
You're such a good fit pic poster.
What Elon Musk was
You
doing,
must have so much sex.
what he was doing as Adrian to his own tweets. It would be hilarious if you were on one of my fit pics and there was a comment from How to Talk to Girls at Parties too, being like, "Go off, King!
Yeah.
You're such a good fit pic taker."
That's
'Cause
what I just said.
I know that, but that's the appropriate.
This guy has a lot of sex.
Yeah, exactly. This guy fucks.
Yo,
dude.
Adrian-
you're such a good dad.
Yeah.
You're such a good dog dad.
Yo, Adrian Fitman.
Is there any other notables here that we want to shout? This list,
Hawk Tua beat Donald Trump.
yeah. I mean,
Donald Trump just beat his
own-
Trump shooter,
his own assassin.
who's a bozo for missing.
Aaron Rodgers, who honestly is only fucking gonna get more down bad as this year goes on. 3.3%, still in the top 10.
I do think that this is a list that is very, because this is just like a slice of like America's attention span, or I guess like the world's attention span with an American emphasis. A lot of the stuff that got last place was very early 2024. The Bass Pro Shop Streaker, that was like January 2nd. Stephen Hawking for being a pedophile and enjoying Little St. James. Also early. Joy Coy hosted the Golden Globes.
Right.
Which would have been January 6th of last year.
Yeah, absolutely fucking bombing.
Yeah. Jason Whitlock, I guess he's like low-key vindicated with his whole like Skip Bayless.
Yeah,
Shit?
but no, it was more. He really came after Stephen A. It was more of that. Yeah.
Vince McMahon must have been so happy the Diddy shit happened.
Yeah.
The Vince McMahon shit is also pretty disturbing, although it doesn't extend to well, I guess it's also decades of like sexual abuse and torture, but not children that we know of. RFK Jr.
super low.
Very low. Matt Gaetz super low. Again, I think because of the whole like Elon fuckery.
Eric Adams didn't even get 2% of the vote. I mean, this list is stacked every year. We live in a universe of fucking bozo fucking goated.
But the top 3 took almost like half the vote.
Yeah, that's true.
Top 4, yeah.
The fact that Reagan cracks the top 10 at 3.1% just for expressing herself as an artist is... Yeah, and Reagan beat the United Healthcare CEO, who was such a bozo that he got yopped.
Hey, man.
Right outside of his fucking office door.
Yeah, and then his shareholder just stepped over the warm body to hit that meeting and make sure that they were
Capitalism
maximizing value.
doesn't sleep.
Hey, man, he was a father.
Yeah.
He was a father of 2 people that have stayed silent on how good of a father he was. I'll say this. For all the aspiring bozos of 2025, you're going to have to put in a lot of time in the bozo gym, getting up those bozo reps.
The bozo dojo?
Putting up those bozo shots at the bozo dojo. That was good. To try and beat Elon Musk, who's already out to a sprint in 2025. He must love this, covet this title.
I mean, you're just going to have to rack up felonies or get murdered or...
Well, no, because you could also rack up felonies and go to the year a la Luigi.
That is also true. It's a fine line between goat and bozo. And I believe that is the takeaway.
If you're running genocides, if you're running human trafficking, rape, decades-long rape rings, if you are... helping to run the country into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
If you're Drake, you're not beating Elon Musk.
He sucks so bad.
You're going to have to do, and this is before the fucking Cybertruck exploded in front of the Trump Hotel. And he was like, he retweeted like a terrible racist cartoon of like an Arab guy fucking blowing up the Cybertruck. And then being like,
turns out it was a fucking troop.
Turns out it's a big Trump guy. It's before he tweeted that don't worry, we're gonna buff out the bloodstains and have this Cybertruck back on the road in no time.
Ugh.
Imagine buying a Cybertruck secondhand and it's the one that like blew up in front of the Trump Hotel.
I mean, listen, dude, that's a piece of history
the fact
right
that
there.
every Cybertruck is like or every Tesla
Yeah.
is like a surveillance machine.
It is a ticking time bomb and a surveillance machine. How could you be such a genius that you can make a bomb that is also a part of the surveillance state?
Yeah.
Wow, incredible stuff. Yeah,
Incredible stuff.
yeah. Apparently, a genocide is not enough.
Yeah. Zach
Okay.
Bryan doing better than Boeing. So, him cheating on Brianna Chicken Fry or whatever he did to Brianna Chicken Fry better than killing people.
Well, this is interesting. Zuckerberg's rebrand, which I don't think anyone likes, was clearly not bad enough for him to even crack 1% of the vote. Again, in a very crowded category, he's still in the middle of the pack. But I thought Zuck, in the past too, has usually put up a way better showing in this category. So I don't know. Again, he's on the rise because in this category, he's on the fall.
That's right.
Mhm.
Bozos are always rising and falling in America.
That's a fact, baby.
Okay. Let's
What,
get
you don't
into-
know any Shakespeare?
I do love Shakespeare. She was a great writer. Okay. Let's get into the final category and the newest category, the timeline takeover. I don't know if I'm sold on this name.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
All right. This is like, AKA the best day on Twitter, right? What were the events that caused the memes, caused the takes, caused the meltdowns, caused the civil wars that went down all over the timeline? This was a fun one. This is a great lens to review the year.
Absolutely.
And it's funny, like some of these I was like really invested in personally, and then others like kind of passed me by. But you always know just by like scrolling and being semi tapped in, like what is actually causing a real to do
Right.
all over the TL. All right, number 5. Wow, this is a great one. This is a great fucking day.
These are all great. Well, let's go.
Okay, 5.8%. The Trump assassination attempt. First of all,
The first attempt. The OG attempt.
that's right. I felt like a god the fact that I broke this to the group chat.
Yeah.
While driving. MVP shit. Number 4, with 10.5% of the vote, tunnel Jews.
People don't forget. You could take over the timeline early. We're gonna remind everyone.
They're in the walls.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All right. 11.6%. Number 3, Brat Summer.
Yeah, this was a prolonged takeover that again
Yeah.
speaks to Charlie getting the silver medal in Best Musical Artist.
Number 2, with just under a quarter of the vote, 22.2%, Drake versus Kendrick.
I mean, this was incredible.
This touched all sectors of culture,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And all sectors of North America.
Yeah. Speaking of someone that got touched, 26, like killed.
Yeah, no,
26, right?
Mhm.
Not like diddied.
I was saying no surprise.
26, recency bias aside, incredible.
The best.
Honestly, fucking movie. 26.7%, the best timeline takeover of 2024.
Mhm.
The United Healthcare CEO assassination. I don't even fucking know his name. And Luigi Mangione's subsequent manhunt and arrest.
Yeah.
Number 1 timeline takeover. Thinking back on this,
Mhm.
it was so fucking good.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
it kept getting better.
Yeah.
And like, if it had been compressed into like one 30-second video, my draw would have just like kept fucking dropping.
Yeah.
Like, just the reveal of his face and how fucking hot he is
Mhm.
was such a great
That's crazy.
twist.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about the assassination was just fucking chef's kiss.
Yeah.
The fact that it happened in broad daylight, 6 a.m. Just, getting shot in the calf and like stumbling, everything.
Jesus.
The city bike.
Yep.
The fact that he's a no car king.
Cop or caught at a McDonald's.
Avoiding
chicken.
avoiding congestion pricing.
Mhm.
Monopoly money.
Mm.
Yeah. Fucking taking a bus.
All the conspiracy theories surrounding this.
the video footage of the cops just like walking through the park,
Yeah.
being like, hey, $10,000 reward or whatever.
That mini manifesto.
The fact that people were just like, yeah, fuck. The fact that it made healthcare relevant again for a tiny bit.
Just a little.
Now it's buried.
Just a little bit.
It's buried again.
Yeah.
But yeah, hands
We
down.
can have class solidarity as a little treat here in America.
Honestly, the top 2 taking 50% is
this
top
is-
heavy category. I'm surprised that Drake versus Kendrick even sniffed this.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the biggest moment in rap in a decade. I don't even know what would come before it. One of many things that Kanye has done, presumably. Like this was the changing of the guard in terms of just complete insanity coming from rappers not named Kanye West.
I think a lot of people, myself included, were just like that. Were never like slobbing on Drake's knob, his gigantic knob. Not even a knob. That's a fucking. What's bigger than a knob? A whole butter stick.
A handle.
Yeah. A lot of people were waiting for it, right? A lot of people were waiting for it. Drake seemed invincible. He was like always on top. He had his fucking stands, just constantly kissing the ring and
Push couldn't get it done.
Well, Push certainly
tried.
Push certainly wounded him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't slice his head off like Kill Bill.
He did not call him a certified pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
this is
he said that he had a pedo.
You know what's interesting about the trend that I'm seeing here is that outside of Tunnel Jews, which felt like a distinct singular moment in time, even
early in the year.
Yeah, even the Trump assassination, all these were extended moments because with the assassination attempt, you have to find out and wait to hear who the shooter is.
Right.
Matthew Crooks. Find out that
Manifesto.
Right. You got to see what is his political
he has a giant cock.
Right. What's his political affiliation? What's his social media like? So again, like
conspiracy theories. Well, I guess conspiracy theories about Tunnel Jews, like that is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But like watching the conspiracy theories just like unravel and fucking dive down their absurd rabbit holes and like laughing at them and their mental illnesses. That's always fun.
Yeah. It'll be curious to see like moving forward if whatever we call this category, because to your point, maybe the name might change. Like, does it need to be a Brat Summer? Does it need to be a beef with, 10 drops? Does it need to be an assassination and a manhunt and then all the, conspiracy theories that come with it for something to win? Can something have just 24 hours that is so good that it can win? I'm not convinced, and we'll have to just keep our eyes peeled.
What's
and see.
An example of something that had like the Willy Wonka experience, that meth lab in Glasgow? That was like the photos come out, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Then you get like the people explaining what it is.
Yep.
Then you get like the people that the proprietors reacting to it. What's an example of like a single moment?
I think Tunnel Jews was just a day. Is a day and a little bit, where it's like, people getting their anti-Semitism in and dropping their bars and getting their quote retweet jokes off and things like that. But that for me, and okay, the Oasis reunion comes in at 6th place at 5.8%. That's just that's a moment in time. So it really seems like for it, and takeover is in the name, and can a takeover be 24 hours? That is my rhetorical question. It seems like the people are saying no.
I don't know, man.
So we'll have to see. I mean, we got the fucking summer games in the top 10, the Olympics, 1.8%, but still, the lookalike contest never ended. That's at 1.4%.
Fucking end those.
The Dublin portal, how long was that even open? Was that just open for one day?
Well, until that OnlyFans girl flashed her green aisles.
So yeah, you have these little moments sprinkled in, but for the most part, to be a real takeover, the people are saying, and you need to put takeover into timeline.
There's got to be like a storyline. There's got to be an arc. There's got to be chapters.
The hero's journey.
There's got to be chapters, right?
Yeah.
CEO Luigi Mangione opened with a bang, literally, and it's like, what happened? Who is this? What's everyone's take on this? Manhunt.
Yeah.
Manhunt. We need a manhunt.
Who, what, when, where, how.
And the Drake Kendrick was like, if I don't remember the order of the songs, but like if one song had happened and Drake could like clap back and like that was it.
Yeah.
Standard beef shit. But like the fact that Kendrick kept piling on and piling on.
How many more do I really got in stock?
And then, people were like surfacing up old clips of Drake.
Yeah.
Texting Millie Bobby Brown.
Sure.
Him like with like 2 teenage girls on stream, like Madison Beer and the other one. I don't even know.
And it's
saying
like
sus shit like on streamers.
And how long did that beef go before fucking the song of the year, They Not Like Us, even came out? So again, if you want to have a moment that truly takes over the timeline, make sure, like Kung Fu Kenny or Luigi, you got a couple in stock. Stay fucking loaded. Stay locked and loaded, literally and figuratively, because to take over, you need to fucking keep our attention for a week.
It's a takeover.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. This has been what a fucking year, Lawrence. What a year for culture, for bozos, for throwing fits, for throw gang, for the Fitties. Great way to end it. Great way to kick off 2025.
Absolutely. Happy New Year.
Whoa, what is going on with my phone right there?
I don't know. Some cool new Apple feature, maybe.
That was great. What was it, Siri? I don't know. Anyway, this has been another episode of The Only Podcast That Matters. This has been another rendition of the only award show that matters.
Yeah, that's right.
Fitties 2024 is a wrap. What a fucking year.
Congrats to the winners
fashion,
and
music,
losers.
culture, bozo hood, bozodom, goats. Can't wait to see what
Thanks for all your votes.
brings. Happy to be riding along with you guys. Thank you for the votes. To the thousands and thousands and thousands of you that voted. I'm excited. This is gonna be a good year.
We got to decide on what our outro is going to be. But as always, Chef,
for the first time in 2025, is there a fucking New Orleans
there's like a band on the street.
parade
I
happening
don't think
out
anyone
there?
could hear that.
Chef, for the first time in 2025, take us out.